take place right now if the elite have their way. It is going to take place next year. It will happen. They are ready. For 3 years, I've been telling you it would not happen because Mr. Fromm said that before he died. It's changed now. They're ready to bring it on. Secondly, the crash, the financial crash, both of the euro and the American dollar is not going to take place this month, nor next month, nor the next month. And when we come back to the next sector, I'll tell you why.
Okay, you're right. It is the next sector. It is the next sector in the info war. Another bombing run in the info war. Straight ahead with Lindsey Williams. I'm Alex Jones, GCNlive.com.
We're on the...
Now remember, the fact that we're exposing all of this and the fact that we're discussing this does have the ability to change the future to a certain extent. The globalists are brazen. They are arrogant. They are hubris-filled. And unfortunately, more and more, they just go ahead and do what they were planning to do, even if it isn't going to work. But one thing history's shown is that elites get filled with arrogance and megalomania, type of hyper-confidence. Criminals of all types do this and just go crazy. An orgy of corruption. And that's happening right now. I mean, look at all this crazy stuff that's going on. The nukes being moved around, the armies, the threats, because the veneer is peeling away. And they are manning the FEMA camps right now. Now, does that mean they're going to pull the trigger? Absolutely. That's up to us. And I was just talking to Stuart Rhodes and doing some more research. They're trying to confirm this. You know, we know there was some National Guard stand-downs at Katrina for gun confiscation. We even know the units now. Years later, we found out. They reportedly, with this new group, they were going to do questionnaires, then do a drill. They arrested the first guy to say no. I mean, if this is true, it just shows how, and I've talked to the military, it's on record they've been training to fight the American people. Stars and Stripes 3 years ago. Yes, we're training to pull triggers on Americans. But it's still incredible. Going to Lindsey Williams here in just a moment. We'll have more on InfoWars Nightly News tonight, 7 o'clock on all this. I've got some amazing guests coming up this evening and amazing news. But I want to tell you about eFoodsDirect.com. This holiday season, eFoodsDirect.com is offering some unbelievable deals. Go to eFoodsDirect.com/Alex to find them. They've got big sampler packs that are free. All you pay for is the shipping, and it's a tiny sum. But you can get free sampler packs of all the different lines at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. They've got a bunch of other specials as well. Just find them all at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex or follow the banners on Infowars.com or 800-876-0871. This is the place to get storable foods. There's a lot of other groups out there, and some may be good, some I know are bad, because I've had bad experiences is why I know. eFoods is what I've ended up finding, and oh, wow, you're the biggest, you're the oldest. Others lie and say they are, but you really are the best. You really are the biggest. You really have the quality. You really pack it every week. You really have all these factories. Wow, you're not selling old or resold food. 800-876-0871. This is what my family has. 800-876-0871. eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. Continuing, Diamond Gusset Jeans, 888-GUSSET, or GussetClothing.com. Every fiber in a Diamond Gusset jeans are made in America. They're comfortable jeans at a great price. They got motorcycle jeans, regular jeans, boot cut, slim. They got it all. GussetClothing.com, GUSSET Clothing.com. To order over the phone or call 888-8-GUSSET. Go to GussetClothing.com today and check out those folks here in the holiday season. Remember to support Made in America products and this transmission on your local AM and FM stations. Now, Lindsey, you haven't raised this, and I didn't check with you when I called you, but I know that you put all this stuff always in an even more focused way on DVDs and audio CDs and things like that. So I wanted to, before you get into the other 5 points now, as you covered the Iran situation, I wanted to ask you, have you had a chance since you got this 7 days ago to put out an audio CD through the Prophecy Club that you work with, or is that coming out?
5 or 6 months ago when I was given the 5 agendas of the elite through the year 2012.
That's right. Now you have the Iran stuff. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And a little of that is in there, but not everything that was told me within the past 7 days. And I was so startled that I said, there's no way I'm going to say this before I record it first, because if I do, people will say that I said it after it happened. So we produced a 3-hour, professionally done, in-studio DVD entitled 2012, The Beginning of the End. And, Alex, I really believe that the reason I named it The Beginning of the End, because I believe that 2012 is going to be the beginning of the end of the New World Order. And when you see what the elite think is going to happen in the way of divine things taking place in the year 2012, you know, most of the elite today, the inner core of the elite, they're better Bible scholars than some preachers are. And I say that being a pastor of a church for 12 years. It's amazing how much they know through their think tanks. And they know that there are going to be some very unusual divine events that are going to take place in 2012, along with what they're going to do with their Devil's Messiah program.
All right, I want to get into all this. People go to prophecyclub.com and find the Lindsey Williams sector. It's a huge area there. And they can also, is there a number they can call to get that report?
They can get our toll-free number, 888-799-6111. And we have operators standing by all day, all night, 24 hours a day, 888-799-6111, or on the web, www.prophecyclub.com.
All right, now let's continue because we've only got... Thank you. We've only got 20 minutes left. Okay, you got into the new Iran stuff and the other stuff he was telling you that ties into the other 5 points. You were getting into the next point about when the accelerated collapse. It's kind of like we've been going downhill for a while gradually, but there's some bigger drop-off points. Give us what your former Big Three oil company CEO, of course, known to me, folks, but we're not going to say his name here, obviously, what he told you.
Well, quickly, let me finish up with Iran. This is so important. I'm so startled over what I heard a week ago. Russia, for the first time since the Cold War, is flexing its muscles. This is the first time that it has ever sent its warships, and they've sent them right over there by Syria. They cannot move them. They cannot take them back home. Russia is in a Russian roulette standoff. If they do, they've lost their credibility totally. Mr. Putin is just up for election. They cannot move them. America, our president, he's in so much trouble, he can't pull our warships out. This is a standoff that is horrifying right around Syria. China has just made a statement that they will come to the aid of Iran if any problems take place. Iran has said we will come to the aid of Syria if any NATO forces go in. Folks, you don't have the slightest idea. I almost stay awake at night. I had some dreams about this last night, scared the daylights out of me. They were just because I'm so fearful knowing what's taking place over there.
No, everybody's having, anybody with discernment's having the dreams right now, Lindsey. You notice in the last 3 years, all the saber rattling, you didn't hear China and Russia weighing in. Now they're deploying troops. They're moving ships in. They're deploying their nukes. They're threatening Hillary Clinton. I mean, they know this is entering the danger zone.
Can you imagine Walmart or Target without a single product on its shelves marked made in China? Folks, you are going to see it. Mr. Fromm told me this before he ever passed away. He said, watch China, and he told me some of the things that were going to happen.
Yeah, he said, first the Middle East is going to be in turmoil and revolution staged, but that's a diversion. Watch China. But
watch China.
Let's continue here. Let's continue here, though, with the Iran situation and then the other 5 points. Let's go through them.
Okay, the 5 points. First of all, number one, please jot this down on your paper. The elite have intentionally not allowed the European Union euro to crash. The American dollar should have long since have gone with a $15 trillion indebtedness, and the Federal Reserve buying back our T-bills. Fromm said before he died, he said the day that the Federal Reserve buys back its T-bills, he said it's all over for the American dollar. Now I'm finding out from my elitist friends that they are intentionally holding off the crash. It will not take place this month. It will not take place next month. It will not take place for a number of months. Folks, don't let your guard down. And why they are not letting it happen, here it is. The elite wish to create massive, like you have never seen before, massive debt before they allow the crash to take place so that when they do let it take place, they can step in and say, Greece, we own all of your paper. America, through the Federal Reserve, we hold your debt. They can step into every city, every county, every state in the United States of America. They'll say, California, after all, we bailed you out. We hold your paper. You don't have a chance. You have to accept our new world order and our new currency, never mind your Constitution. Every bit of this, folks, is being done. You must not fall into the debt trap. They are intentionally holding off on the crash until later on up into 2012. Mark my words, I know. Most newsletter writers have been saying it's going to take place next week, going to happen tomorrow, going to happen on 11/11, going to happen on 12/12. None of them, it didn't happen the way any of them said. The elite said to me, it's going to create massive debt like the world has never seen, so that the world will be in such a condition they can step in and say, we have the answer to it all.
Yeah, and it's a world government. They've already announced that as a solution, and they want to milk and suck each country with a new bailout, always promising to fix it first. They've got a lot of squeezing and milking to do first.
So I asked one of my financial friends here just the other day, I said, who in their right mind would possibly buy a single piece of Greek paper over in Europe? I said, there's no way they'll ever get paid back. He said, Chaplain, you don't understand. And I'll admit to you, some of the things that these people have told me, I don't understand. He said, Chaplain, you don't understand. He said, the elite are the ones that are buying the Greek paper. I said, but why? They'll never get paid back. He said, Chaplain, come on. He said, get with it. He said, no, they won't get paid back. He said, that's what we want. I said, what are you talking about? He said, we can step in to Greek, France, Italy. I don't care what those countries are over there. Every one of them.
They're buying it with devalued fiat dollars anyways and loan guarantees. So they buy it with fiat Ponzi. They took the country down by setting them up in a fiat Ponzi. And then they get all the real stuff for nothing.
That's exactly right, Alex. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what he said. He said, Chaplain, whenever we allow the euro to crash, oh, by the way, whenever you see the euro crash, you've got a maximum of 3 weeks. And if you don't get out a paper of every kind, your 401k, your IRA, your Federal Reserve note, any paper that you're in, you've got to get out of it within 3 weeks, or you've lost it after you see the euro crash. I'm just giving you a time frame that you work.
Now, he told you 3 weeks, but once everybody starts rushing, they're going to try to shut it down even quicker than that.
They want to buy every bit of the debt of all of these countries over there. They know they'll never get paid back. Then they can step in when they finally allow the crash to take place, and they can say, you don't have a chance. You've got to accept our new world order. You don't have your own currency. We have a new currency backed by gold and silver. Oh, please, folks, don't sell your gold and silver. Gold's going to $3,000 plus an ounce, and that's.
Well, let's go through everything he told you then. I mean, go through it specifically. Go ahead.
Massive debt before they allow the crash. Take advantage of the window of opportunity to make all your preparations. Secondly, please listen to this one as carefully as you can. By the end of 2012, all private fortunes will be lost that are secured with paper. They already have it planned. Now, keep in mind, during the 1929 and 1933 depressions, there were people who made great fortunes. They knew it was coming. They knew it was going to happen. Lehman Brothers is not going, I'm sorry, Goldman Sachs is not going to lose one single penny in this depression. They know They know what to do.
They're all rushing into farmland, commodities, and gun companies, and food.
Yeah, by the end of 2012, all private fortunes will be lost that are secured with paper. Please, please, please hear this statement. IRAs, 401ks, mutual funds, if it is, Mr. Fromm said 3 years ago, Chaplain, if it's written on a piece of paper, it's worth the paper it's written on. You must immediately, folks, secure your assets. You've got to get it into tax.
Did he say anything about MF Global?
No, he did not. I haven't gotten on that subject. I wish I had, but I did not.